Today you're going to start writing some ideas or a paragraph about your essay. So to review this, look at the essays that we've read together in class. The introduction of this one says, as a Muslim, mosques are a very important part of my life. Mosques are where we worship and practice our religion freely. Of all the mosques I've been to, the one that defines me most is the Oakland Islamic Center located in Oakland, California. And then he goes on to explain really specifically why this mosque is so important to him. And the bullfighter starts right away talking about her life. A few weeks ago, one of my teachers discussed the concept of querencia, a wanting place. And it explains that word, and then the second paragraph she says, I am a writer. I have places where my best writing hides. So today what I'd like you to do is get some of those ideas down for your essay. And you will be turning this into Schoology as a rough draft brainstorming activity. So here is an example of that. This one is titled Essay on Injustice, just to remember. This student decided to copy part of her essay basic outline at the top so that she can remember her points. So the thesis statement is, Saudi is not a welcoming place for people in wheelchairs. Proof 1, personal story. Proof 2, Saudi is not set up for people in wheelchairs. And proof 3 is action, raise awareness and be kind. So the student just broke it into, it looks like 3 sections, just titled it Thoughts. And looks like this part here is proof 1, the personal story. Here is Saudi is not set up for people in wheelchairs, the second proof, and this looks like the third proof, the action. So you can see it's a really rough draft, but it's getting some ideas down. Now, while you're writing your ideas, if you come to the point where you're like, wow, I really need to change something in my basic outline, just go ahead and write whatever comes to mind. This is your chance to start sharing your ideas. So here it says, proof 1 here, the thoughts. The first time I met Mary was after a concert. She was sitting in a wheelchair outside the doors. Her dad brought me up to introduce us. She could not speak, only type on a keyboard with her left hand. It was hard for her to move her head to look at me, yet she smiled, and right away I knew we were going to be friends. So this is an excellent introduction, and maybe there's some details you want to add later, but right now you just want to get your idea down. And it's really great to start with a personal story, like the mosque one and the bullfighter story. Those were all starting with personal experience. The next one says, Saudi is not set up for people in wheelchairs. I see 2 women in wheelchairs on the way home from school. And then here's just a list of different reasons why it's hard for people in wheelchairs in Saudi Arabia. It says social events, school, grocery shopping, no bridges over the highways, and bad sidewalks. And then the last part here is action. Raise awareness through education. Always be kind to people with disabilities and people different than me. So this is an excellent rough draft brainstorming, and this can be turned right in to Schoology, and it needs to be done by the end of this class period.